Hello. Yeah. Am I audible now? I think it is audible, right? Okay. Fine. 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 Really sorry. Sincere apologies for that. I'm extremely sorry. Yeah. Yeah. I'm really sorry, guys. Really sorry. There was an issue with the audio, so the transmitter was not sending the signal. Fine. Okay. I'm so sorry. Fine. Okay. I'm extremely sorry again. Okay, so chalo then, let us start with I think from yeah. We have to start from the infrastructure gap, right? So they say, okay. So thank you, Shweta, thank you, Danish. Okay, so infrastructure gap, completely audible, right? Okay, now I can see the signal also. So earlier the signal wasn't there. Okay, so the issue was that with Southeast Asia, we do not have proper infrastructure with Southeast Asia. So the India, Myanmar, Thailand corridor, the IMT corridor, that was supposed to get completed in the beginning of say somewhere around 2021. So it is now projected to say 2027. The projected date is 2027. So there's no proper connectivity network between say India and Myanmar. Sorry, India and Southeast Asia. The IMT corridor has not been completed, and the Kaladan multimodal project has not been completed. We do not have proper infrastructure gap. So because of that, we are not able to develop a good relation with the Southeast Asian region. So right on here, again, I'm not audible. SM, it is audible, yeah. Audible, right? Yeah, it's audible. It's audible. Thank you, Vanshaka. It's audible. Okay, so right on here, infrastructure gap, lack of connectivity networks, lack of connectivity networks, lack of connectivity networks, and poor people to people contact. Lack of connectivity networks and poor people to people contact. And poor people to people contact. Fine, lack of connectivity networks and poor people to people contact. So that is your infrastructure gap. And the next one is a trade deficit. So India and Southeast Asia face trade deficit. So what is this trade deficit? It's something like this: we buy a lot of goods and services from the Southeast Asian market, but however, we are not able to sell the goods, adequate goods and services at the same equivalent level. So, see, post 1991, our foreign policy was directed. Our foreign policy was directed towards the economic aspects. See, we want to have a foreign policy to have some economic benefits. And how do we get economic benefits? By selling goods and services. But whereas with Southeast Asia, what's happening is that we are buying a lot of goods and services compared to the amount of goods and services we are selling it to them. Say, if you're Southeast Asia, I am buying 100 rupees worth goods and services from you, but I'm selling say 30-40 rupees goods and services to you. So you are profitable, not me. But however, under lookist policy, my agenda was to get profits from engaging with Southeast Asia. That is not occurring. So this is a challenge. So right down here, trade deficit. So India faces trade deficit. India faces trade deficit. India faces trade deficit with SC, Southeast Asia, Southeast Asian region. And the second and the next challenge is that security concern. Next challenge is security concern. Next challenge is security concern. This Southeast Asia is infamous for the drugs. That is, the Southeast Asia has this golden triangle. It is infamous for drugs, and this is causing a lot of issues with India. So, right, Indian trade. So, right down here, under security concern, the important one is illegal drug trade, illegal, illegal drug, illegal illegal drug trade from golden triangle, from golden, from golden triangle, from golden triangle, Fine, from golden triangle, illegal drug trade from golden triangle. So this is the issue. And another issue is that in the recent times, this is happening in the recent times, there's a radicalism that is going on. Radicalism, religious radicalism, say be it in Philippines or say be it in Indonesia, say to that extent, say in Myanmar, Buddhist radicalism. So there is radicalism going on. That is also affecting the trade, the relation between India and Southeast Asia. So right on here. Next one is radicalism. Radicalism, radicalism on the basis of religion. On the basis of religion. On the basis of religion. Fine, take care. On the basis of religion. This radicalism that is going on. If there is radicalism, we cannot have a good relation with those countries. So next one is political instability. There are a lot of countries in Southeast Asia who are not politically stable, say be it Myanmar or say be it Philippines. So these kind of countries are politically unstable. Uh, with these countries, we cannot properly engage because those countries will be focusing more on their domestic politics. So because of that, we cannot have adequate proper engagement with these countries. So next challenge is that political instability. Next challenge is political instability. Understood, right? Political, say for example, in India, Sri Lanka. So when Sri Lanka is under civil war, we cannot have a good relation with Sri Lanka because Sri Lanka government will be focusing more on their domestic politics, not in terms of engaging with India. Similarly, if we have to engage with say Philippines or Myanmar, they are more focused on their domestic issues. How will they engage with Indian government? So these are the issues. Fine. So write down here political stability, political instability, political instability, political instability. Example Philippines, Myanmar. Example Philippines, Myanmar. Okay, so Philippines and Myanmar. So these are the broad challenges between India and Southeast Asian region. Because of this, we are not able to properly engage with Southeast Asian regions. Fine. Okay, so now let us take up the next topic. So that is your Central Asia. Central Asia. So I think if you guys have finished world history, you would know that the Central Asian countries, most of Central Asian countries were a part of earlier erstwhile USSR. So erstwhile USSR, these Central Asian countries were a part of erstwhile USSR. So what happened after? I'm just just write down the heading Central Asia. So I'm giving a historical view about the Central Asia. Central Asia before 1991 was a part of USSR. So Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan. So these were a part of your USSR earlier. So then what happened in 1991? USSR collapsed, disintegration of USSR. After 1991, these countries became a separate independent country. That is Kazakhstan, which was earlier a part of your USSR, now it became a separate country. Similarly, Uzbek, Kyrgyz, Tajikistan, etc. All these countries became a separate independent country after 1991. Okay, so before 1991, what was India's foreign policy? So India's foreign policy, was it allied? So now nothing from the world perspective. World perspective, on one side we had US, on one side we had USSR. So between US and USSR, which side were we taking our stance on? It was towards USSR. So since after Indira Gandhi's period, so we were towards USSR. Not completely allied with USSR because we signed a friendship treaty with USSR. So we were close allies with USSR. Since we are a close allies with USSR, so we could this region, that is the Central Asian region, were a part of USSR. So we were friendly with that. But after 1991, what happened? We were either USSR completely declined, and this region, these countries were a new independent country. Earlier, this was a part of USSR. after 1991, these countries were a new independent country. So since it was a new independent country, there was a domestic political crisis that was going on in this country, in Kazakh, Kyrgyz, Tajik, in these countries. Political, because it's a new country, politically it was quite politically unstable. So now what we were doing after 1991, either we were supposed to engage with US, or either what's the other alternative we chose? We chose Southeast Asia. From 1991 onwards, we started engaging with Southeast Asian region. It was only in post 2000s, so we started engaging with we started engaging with the Central Asian region. And Central Asian region is very, very crucial for the rare earth element, and Central Asian region is super important for uranium. So when did we test uranium? It was during Vajpayee's period. We had a nuclear test. For this nuclear test, we require uranium. And post 2000, Indian economy is also growing. So we wanted nuclear power plants. For that, in order to source in order to source this uranium, Central Asia is very crucial. On top of it, Central Asia has a rich resource of oil and natural gas. And again, here Central Asia is an emerging market in the sense that disposable income among the people is increasing. Since the disposable income among these people are increasing, we could easily sell our goods and services in this region. So these are the broad overview about your Central Asian region. It is only in the recent times we are engaging with Central Asia, but again, the amount of engagement that we are dealing with Central Asia is very, very minimal as such, if we compare with respect to, say, West Asia, or say even Southeast Asia. Say if we compare Southeast Asia and Central Asia, we are having a good connection with Southeast Asia. If you compare West Asia with Central Asia, we are having a good connection with West Asia. The reason why we are not having a good connection with Central Asia is that the Central Asia is a landlocked country. So these are your landlocked country. If we have to go to Central Asia, we should look at the map here. This is Pakistan, this is Afghanistan, this is Iran, this is Iran. If we have to go to Central Asia, the easiest way is Pakistan, Afghanistan, and enter Central Asia. That is the easiest way. But this Pakistan is not allowing us. So as a reason, what is the other alternative? From India, we have to go to Iran. From Iran, we have to go to Afghanistan. From Afghanistan, we have to go to Central Asia. Long route. So first is sea route. From sea route we have to go to Iran. From Iran we have to go to Afghanistan. From Afghanistan then only we can enter Central Asia. So this is a long road. So there are so many challenges. And top of it, now Afghanistan is not has a political instability. Afghanistan has political instability. On top of it, Iran and USA. So Iran and USA doesn't go together. So when we take up USA, we'll be dealing with it. But however, know this condition that Iran and USA are complete rivalry. Their rivalry. So USA has a clause of sanction clause. So which says that if you engage with Iran, we will impose sanctions on you. So that is the reason. That is another challenge. We are not able to engage with Iran properly because US is threatening us. Since US is threatening us, we are not able to engage with Iran properly. See, there are so many challenges over here. One, this Pakistan is not allowing us. Secondly, if you tell that ठीक है, we'll not go via Pakistan road, we'll go via Iran road. If we go via Iran road, US is threatening. US is telling that you cannot engage with Iran. US is threatening us, and US is the second biggest partner, a trade partner to India, and US is one of the biggest supplier of defense. So US is a strategic partner to us. So we cannot irk US. We cannot discount US. So US is an important partner to us. So US is telling that if you engage with Iran, we will impose sanctions on you. That is one threat. And the second issue is that ठीक है, somehow we managed US. So during Manmohan Singh's era, we could manage. Even the current Modi's era also, we could easily manage. That is, we had a very good diplomatic relation with USA. Initially, USA threatened us, but however, through diplomatic contacts, we told that, "ठीक है यार, मतलब give us some exemptions." So the USA gave us some exemptions in engaging with Iran. Fine. So we had. We could deal with USA, and then we started engaging with Iran. So if we started engaging with Iran, now another criteria is that Afghanistan should be stable. Afghanistan should be politically stable. Is it stable? No. So because of these factors, even today, we do not have a good or a close relation with Central Asian region. And another factor is that we there is no people to people contact. There's no adequate people to people contact. How many of you know the famous clothing brand in Central Asia? So no. What is the food culture of Central Asia? No idea. But we know what is the food culture, say, in Middle East. In fact, we have a good people to people contact in Middle East. So Middle East, in the sense, the West Asian region, the Arab world. So we know what is the food culture. We know we have a good people to people contact. So we have a good people to people contact with European region, or say North America. All is Americanized clothes. So that's the people to people contact is there. We have engaged, we have good connections with them. But whereas with the Central Asia, there is no proper people to people contact. There's no proper trade route. So because of that, even today, Central Asia is it's not very close trade partner to India, or neither it is very close in terms of diplomatic relation as well. But however, in order to boost the contact between, or say, in order to create a good contact between India and Central Asia, so we had in 2012, that is in 2012, a dedicated policy was made, that is Connect Central Asia policy. So this Connect Central Asia policy, there are various clauses, various provision that enables that enables to develop a good relation between India and Central Asia. So again, here this Connect Central Asia policy has also not picked up as much as it is needed, but because there are multiple challenges. One is, we have intention to connect with Central Asia, but how? Air route is also difficult. In order to go via air route, this is China, this is Pakistan doesn't allow us for air route. So China allows us, but air route is costly. Air route is trade via air is costly. Pakistan doesn't allow their airspace also. Forget about their land space. They don't even allow their airspace for Indian trade to take place. So again, here there's a challenge. So if we have to go via airspace, again via Iran we have to go. That is a costly. So because of that, we are not able to have a good relation with Pakistan, also a good relation with Central Asia as such. Okay, fine. Okay, got it. So this is the broad overview about Central Asia. So now let us go in detail regarding Central Asia. So this is your Central Asia. So in Central Asia, first if we have to understand, there are few key things that are there in Central Asia. So one of the important, like how when we dealt with Southeast Asia, so there are few key aspects are there. Say like ASEAN, say South China Sea, मतलब major issues or the major things that you have to know in order to understand the region. Here in Central Asia, the major thing is SCO, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So similar to ASEAN, we have SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. But however, in ASEAN, it is more about economic integration of the region, so that the region would develop. But whereas this Shanghai Cooperation Organization, it has multi-dimensional objectives. So what are those multi-dimensional objectives? That we'll see to it. Fine. But however, there are no clear objectives also defined in SEO. But whereas ASEAN, a clear objective, we need economic development. How we need economic development? By having a proper security, by having political stability through people to people contact. So in order to have economic development, we need political stability, that is if there is any dispute, internal dispute, we'll have to resolve it. We need security, we need people to people contact. But whereas in Shanghai Corporation or SCO, it's quite different. So there's no clear cut objective that is defined in SEO. But however, on some occasions we focus on security. On some India is also member of this. India is also member of this SEO. On some occasions we focus on security. On some occasions we focus on economics. On some occasion we focus on people to people contact. But however, economics and people to people contact, cultural exchange, are uh, uh, these are very much in the periphery of this SEO. More emphasis is on military, also security aspects. SEO, that's the reason why the experts call SEO as a Eastern NATO. So Eastern NATO. So NATO we know now, right? So in the world history, you would have studied about NATO. So NATO is a security agency. So it is a security grouping where US will provide security to all its members. That is NATO. So even in SCO, it is considered as a Eastern NATO because all the discussions are regarding security, military, defense, etc. Very rarely, just for namesake, we have few discussions on economics, few discussions on people to people contact. But apart from that, no major discussion takes place regarding economics. Fine. uh, got it. Okay, fine. Yeah. Harish, when SEO was formed, India was not a part of it. India recently joined, so that's the reason we don't have SEO Indian map in this SEO logo. Okay, so kindly write down this. Okay, so SCO. Okay, it was formed in 2015. Founded in 2015. So quickly write on this. Founded in 2015. It was founded in 2015. Members of SEO. Quickly jot down this. Members of SEO. Quick. Members of SEO. Jot on this. China, India, Iran, Kazakh. Just write Kazakh. Kyrgyz, Pak. Kazakh, Kyrgyz, Pak. Russia, Tajik, Uzbek. Russia, Tajik, Uzbek. Okay, it was founded in 2001. Okay, now let us see the objectives. Objectives of SEO. So, what are the objectives of SEO? First one, please write down. Again, as I told earlier, ASEAN had a clear objective: economic growth. How economic growth? We should have political stability. We should have people-to-people contact, and dispute resolution mechanisms, and security should be there. So this was the enabling government where we could have economic development. But however, the objective of SEO is quite different. You cannot consider SEO as a grouping where more focus is on economy perspective. No, here in SEO, more focus is on security concern. So write down here, the first objective is security cooperation. Security cooperation. Again here, in SARC, who was a dominant player? In SARC, who was a dominant player? India was a dominant player. In BIMSTEC, who is a dominant player? India. In BBIN, who is a dominant player? India. But whereas in ASEAN, did you see any dominant player? No, there's no dominant player as such. In the sense, no one will comment. Even though Indonesia is population-wise, it is much bigger, economy-wise, it is much bigger. It doesn't act like a dominant player in ASEAN. But however, in SEO, just I'm telling you the characteristics of SEO. There are dominant players. The dominant players are China and Russia. Earlier, it was guided by Russia. Earlier, Russia was the big boss in SEO. Now, China has taken that position. China is guiding what SEO needs to do. If you consider SARC, India was guiding what SARC has to do. Now in SEO, China is guiding what SEO has to do. So all the agendas are set by China in a sense, no, not officially as such. So China will broadly decide what's the agenda, and rest of the country will follow. So whenever we are seeing, so when we compare with SAARC and ASEAN, why ASEAN is more successful compared to SAARC? Because in SAARC there's an element perception of dominant player. There's a perception of bringing bilateral issues into the region, into the table, on the table of SAARC. But however, in ASEAN, that is not the case. No one dominates over one another. So that is not the case. That's why ASEAN is successful. But however, SEO is not quite successful as that of ASEAN, because there's a dominant player. China is currently the dominant player, and China sets up the agenda. And again here, bilateral issue again, same like ASEAN, same like SAARC. There's a bilateral issue. That is again, India-Pakistan issue is raised in SEO. India-China issue is raised in SEO. Russia and this Central Asia. So Russia shares border with the Central Asia, and Russia controls a lot of internal affairs of the Central Asian countries. Again, that thing is raised in Central Asia in this SEO meeting. So because of that, SEO doesn't properly function. So it is just a meeting where we focus more on security cooperations. Fine. So this is the this is the objective. So first point, write down security this is the broad understanding of SEO. So first point, write down security cooperation. Security cooperation. Security cooperation by by combating by combating by combating terrorism in the region. Terrorism, terrorism in the region. Yeah, again, this region is infamous for terrorism. Afghanistan, Pakistan. So this region, and to some extent in another northern part of Pakistan, Afghanistan region, and the southern part of Central Asian region. This region also, there are elements of terrorism that goes on. So security cooperation is the first objective, and the second objective is economic cooperation. I don't hear economic cooperation. Second objective is economic cooperation. Second objective is economic cooperation. Second objective is economic cooperation. Okay, what is this economic cooperation? That is promoting, below this rider, promoting trade and economic ties. Promoting trade and economic ties among the member states. Promoting trade and economic ties among the member states, among the member states. But however, mind you, this is just for namesake. Economic cooperation, there's hardly any meeting regarding economic cooperation. They just put it as an objective, but however, there hardly any economic cooperation. The next one is political cooperation. Political cooperation. Next objective is political cooperation. Political cooperation to resolve the regional political issues. That is political cooperation to resolve the regional political issues and build regional political issues and trust build trust among the member states, and build trust among the member states. Build trust among the member states. Okay, next one is people to people contact. Next objective is people to people contact through cultural and educational exchanges. Through cultural and educational exchanges. Through cultural and educational exchanges. Okay, these are the broad objective, but however, the most important objective is security cooperation. So, in order to maintain stability in the region, in order to control terrorism, we require proper cooperation. That's why SEO is being used. Apart from that, all this economic cooperation, political cooperation, these are just for namesake. So, hardly anything happens. So, like how SARC. Hardly anything happens in SAP, or say BBIN or BIMSTEC. Hardly anything happens. Just for namesake, we have created one regional grouping. Nothing actually works in this one also. So similarly, and again here. So what are the geopolitical significance of SEO? So write down here geopolitical significance. Why SEO? Whenever there's a SEO meeting, it becomes an international news. Why? What's the reason? Because it has a lot of geopolitical significance. So write down here. So why geopolitical significance? So what are the geopolitical significance? First thing is that it has dominant. It below first one write down. The member states are an important player. The member states are important player in global geopolitics. Important player in global geopolitics. Example, Russia, China. Russia, China, India. ठीक है, Russia, China, India. Example, Russia, China, India. Because see, the big powers, Russia, China, and to some extent India, when everyone meet together, that becomes a big issue. So again, this is a geopolitical significance of this grouping. Big powers, big powers are coming together to discuss any issue. So that in itself is a geopolitical significance. And the second geopolitical significance is that has great influence in the Afghan region. Again, Afghanistan is a geopolitical issue across the world. So this SCO has a great influence on Afghanistan region. So that in itself is a geopolitical significance. So right down here, has great influence on Afghan region, has a great influence on Afghan region. Okay, SEO. Okay, and third one is control and influence the Central Asian region. Control and influence the Central Asian region. Control and influence the Central Asian region. Control and influence the Central Asian, that is Central Asian region. Control and influence the Central Asian region. Control and influence the Central Asian region. Fine. Control and influence the Central Asian region. Okay, so these are the important geopolitical significance. Why? See again here, the bilateral, because of the bilateral issues. Again, that is India, Pakistan, India, China, Russia vis-a-vis the Central Asian countries. So these bilateral issues again seep in into this SCO, like how it happened in SARC. India Pakistan issue is guiding what happens in SARC. So similarly, since India is not a very big player in SCO, but however the big players say Russia and China sets up the agenda, but Russia has any border disputes with the Central Asian country, that becomes a talking point in SCO compared to the actual thing that has to be dealt in SCO. So these are the geopolitical significance of SCO. So next, write down challenges and concerns. So challenges and concerns. Challenges and concerns. The first important challenge of SEO is that dominance of major power. So in dominant, I'll explain and then you can write it down. That is, say in SARC, it was India who was dominating the game. So all the countries were acting like a little brother who has to listen to the big brother. So in SARC, in SEO also the same thing is happening. That is the dominant player. That is your Russia and your China. So they are dominating this your SEO. So this your entire SEO discussions is dominated by Russia and China. So no fruitful discussion takes place. Say your India, or say your any of your Central Asian countries, they are not able to raise their issue in SEO. SCO. That is the issue that is going on in SCO. So write down here. So first one is first point, and that is first is dominance of major power, dominance of major power, dominance of major power. Example by China and Russia. Example by China and Russia. Example by China and Russia. By China, China and Russia. Okay. Second issue is that territorial disputes, ongoing territorial disputes, yeah, ongoing territorial ongoing territorial disputes between member countries. So there are territorial disputes between Russia and the Central Asian countries. Within the Central Asian countries, there are territorial disputes, and this territorial disputes comes into the picture while discussing this SCO, like how SARC exactly, like what's happening in SARC. There is territorial dispute. This territorial dispute is raised in SARC again. Then the entire process gets derailed. Similarly, in SEO, the territorial disputes are raised in SEO, the entire process gets derailed. And the next one is, next one is lack of human rights concerns. Lack of human rights, lack of human rights concerns, lack of human rights concerns. So Russia, China, Pakistan. So these regions, we can say that human rights are not being upheld properly, and even in India, yeah, we cannot officially tell that, but even in India, what is the agency that upholds human rights in India? NHRC. Okay, NHRC. NHRC did not get accredited even this year. So NHRC, they told that this agency is not fit for upholding human rights. So that's not suitable. So from last 2 years, even India's the agency that is meant to uphold human rights, they are not getting accredited by the global agencies. So yeah, fine. But don't write it in your answer that India doesn't uphold human rights. But yeah, right, Russia, China, and Pakistan. So human rights concerns are there. So in this thing, okay. And the next challenge is that pressure from the West. Pressure from the West. Pressure from the West. Pressure from the Western country. Pressure from the West on the member states. On the member states, like India and Pakistan. Like India and Pakistan. So, the Western country sees this SCO as a Eastern NATO, because in this NATO, in this SCO, we focus more on security aspects. NATO is security. In SCO, we focus more on security aspects. So because of that, the Western world, or say US and Europe, they are skeptical about this agency SCO. So there is a pressure from the Western world on India, Pakistan, etc., to withdraw from SCO or not have a great engagement with SCO, because SCO is it's seen as a military group. SCO is seen as a military group. So that's the reason. So these are the challenges and concerns in the Western in the SCO. Fine. Okay, so now let us start with the general characteristics of Central Asia. Let us understand the general characteristics of Central Asia, and then we will see why Central Asia is important for us. So, what is the general characteristics of Central Asia? Okay, so general characteristics of Central Asia. Okay, so write down here general characteristics of Central Asia. First one is geopolitical feature. So we'll see the general characteristics. Why Central Asia is important. Also, what's the characteristics of Central Asia? So first one, right? Geopolitical feature of Central Asia. Geopolitical feature of Central Asia. Okay, so everyone please see this map over here. The Central Asia, the location of Central Asia is strategic in itself. It is close to Europe. Central Asia is close to Europe. Central Asia is close to Asia region. Central Asia is in the center of Asia region, and Central Asia is close to Middle East. So if you are controlling Central Asia, you are close to Europe, you are close to Asia, Southeast Asia, you are close to Middle East Asia. So Middle East region. So the Central Asia is at the crossroads. Is at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and Middle East, and making it as a strategic gateway to access all these three regions. If you are controlling this Central Asia, you have access to Europe, you have access to Asia, you have access to Middle East. So that is why it has this geopolitical relevance. So write down here. So first point, write down. So under geopolitical features, first one is Central Asia is at Central Asia. You can don't write Central Asia every time. Just write CA, Central Asia. Okay, CA, Central Asia is at the crossroads. Central Asia is at the crossroad, yeah, crossroads, yeah, is at the crossroads of Europe, of Europe, Asia, and Middle East. Europe, Asia, and Middle East. Europe, Asia, and Middle East. Fine. Making it a strategic gateway. Making it a strategic. Making it a strategic gateway. Strategic. Making it a strategic gateway. Making it a strategic gateway between between these three regions. Between these three regions. Okay. Okay. Again, here, this is one importance. And second importance is that Central Asia borders with important geopolitical players. So, who are the important geopolitical players? That is Russia, China, Iran, Afghanistan. So, these are the important geopolitical players. See, Iran is also one crucial geopolitical player because Iran influences the Western world, and say Iran has a great influence on the Middle Eastern region. So when we take up the West Asia, we'll see Iran versus Saudi. So who is winning? So in the current times, it is Iran who is winning the race between Iran and Saudi. Iran is winning the race. So Iran is considered as a power, the power in the region. So this Central Asia borders with the great powers, or say the important powers in the world, that is Russia, China, Iran. So write down here. The region borders with the next point. Write down next geopolitical feature is that the region borders with important geopolitical players. The region borders with important geopolitical players like the region borders with important geopolitical players like Russia, China, Iran, China, Iran, and Afghan. Russia, China, Iran, and Afghan. Okay, and secondly, your Central Asia has a lot of third point. Third point is Central Asia has a lot of very crucial minerals. Say it has oil and natural gas. It has uranium. It has rare earth elements. All these things are extremely important for any country's development. It has uranium. It has oil and natural gas. It has rare earth elements. So because of that, it makes it more important, that the Central Asian region becomes geopolitically very important, because if someone is controlling uranium, if someone is controlling say rare earth elements, if someone is controlling oil and natural gas, obviously that person would be powerful. Central Asia has this all this natural resources. So right down here, Central Asia controls. Central Asia controls. Please write down. That's the third point. Central Asia controls oil, natural gas, uranium, uranium, and rare earth element. REE, rare earth element. REE, rare earth element, which are crucial for a country's development. Okay, next one. Since Central Asia, please see here, since Central Asia is in this region, it has influence over Europe, it has influence over Middle East, it has influence over Asia. So if there's any instability in Central Asia, it is going to have ripple effect in this region. So next point, write down why it is geopolitically important. Any instability, next write down, any instability, any instability in Central Asia, any instability in Central Asia causes ripple effect, causes ripple effect in causes ripple effect in causes ripple effect in Europe, Middle East, and Asian region, causes ripple effect in Europe, Middle East, and Asian region. So these are the geopolitical significance of Central Asia. Now let us take up the geoeconomics. It is ripple effect, ripple effect ripple in the sense, there's a lake, you drop a stone, or say you drop a pebble in the lake, so there are ripples that are created, right? It creates instability in the region. So similarly, if anything happens in Central Asia, ripple effects are created in this region, so surrounding regions, fine. So next let us write the geoeconomics. So geoeconomics features of, yeah, spillover, yeah, good, okay. Geoeconomics feature of Central Asia. So let us write down geoeconomics features of Central Asia. So why Central Asia is important? So first one, write down, it is an emerging market. It is an emerging market. It is an emerging market in the sense, the people's disposable income is increasing. If people's disposable income is increasing, I can sell my goods and services to you. So assume that your income is increasing, say this year your income is say 5 lakh, and I know that next within 3 years your income will go to 20 lakh. Since your income will go to 20 lakh, you'll obviously purchase more goods and services. I will make myself ready to sell you goods and services. So your Central Asian region is an emerging economy, that is, their disposable income is bound to increase. If it is bound to increase, then it has a lot of geoeconomics relevance, because we can sell our goods and services to this region. So first geoeconomics point is that Central Asia is an emerging market. Central Asia is an emerging market with with huge potential for with huge potential for trade and investment. With huge potential for trade and investment. Trade and investment. Trade and investment. Okay, fine. So next one, write down, has important, write down, rich rich minerals, has a rich natural resources, rich in natural resources, rich in, yeah, rich in natural rich in natural resources, rich in natural resources, rich in natural resources. rich in natural resources. Since it is rich in natural resources, obviously it will attract more foreign investment for the exploitation of these resources. Even India is interested in Central Asia because it has uranium, because the market is emerging, that is, it is growing. So these are the geoeconomics features of Central Asia. And third point right on, it is a major trade route. It is a major trade route. It is a major trade route between Europe and Asia. It is a major trade route between Europe and Asia. Fine. It's a major trade route between Europe and Asia. Major trade route between Europe and Asia. Okay, let us see the geostrategic significance. Geostrategic significance of Central Asia. So why Central Asia is geostrategically important? So write on here. First one, write on. First one, right on, has great influence on the uranium supply. So there is a lot of uranium reserve in Central Asia. Nuclear uranium is used for nuclear purpose. So this, since there's a great reserve, big reserves of uranium in Central Asia, it can control the uranium nuclear market. So again here, so first geostrategic importance of the geostrategic significance of Central Asia is that has great control over uranium supply in the world. Has great control over uranium supply in the world. Has in the world Uranium supply in the world. Fine. Next geostrategic significance is that can can influence, so write down, can influence Europe, Afghanistan, Middle East, and Asian region, since see here, since it is in this region, since it is in this part, it can influence Europe, it can influence Afghanistan, it can influence Middle East, it can influence the Asian region, because it is in that position, because it is geographically located over there. It has a great influence. So this is the geostrategic importance. And next geostrategic importance, write down, uh, it's a land bridge between, it is a land bridge, BRADG, land bridge between Asia and Europe. Asia and Europe. Asia and Europe. We have this INSTC corridor, right? International North-South Trade Corridor, INSTC corridor. This INSTC corridor passes via Central Asia. So, if the Central Asia is a land bridge between your Europe and Asia. If Central Asia allows, we can have a trade between Asia and Europe easily. So again, if this is strategically important location, if Central Asia cuts down this INSTC corridor, we cannot have a land trade between your Europe and Asia. So that is not possible, right? So this is the geostrategic significance of Central Asia. Next, we'll write the resources. What are the important resources that are there? What are the important resources that are there? Fine, I'll give you a break here. Well, after this, we'll take a break. Okay. What are the? But today, please, we'll have a break for 10 minutes, because we already lost 5 minutes in that technical glitch. Okay, so we'll have 10 minutes break. Okay, so now focus here. So geo resources. What are the resources that are found in Central Asia? First one is under energy resource. Write down, under energy. What are the types of energy resource we have? One is oil, natural gas, and uranium. 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 Fine. Oil, natural gas, and uranium. Okay. Other minerals that are found are other minerals and metals. Other minerals and metals. Other minerals and metals that are found are one is copper. Your Central Asia is one of the biggest controller of copper. So copper, gold, gold, and rare earth element. A earth, rare earth element. Copper, gold, and rare earth element. Fine, a rare earth element. So these are the resources that are there in Central Asia, broadly in Central Asia. Got it? Fine. Okay. So now let us see the evolution of India's relation with Central Asian region. So evolution, or write down evolution of India's relation with Central Asian region. Okay, so now it's 7:35. Please, today we'll have 10-minute break. We already wasted around 5-6 minutes in the technical glitch. Okay, so please come back by 7:45. Okay, everyone, please be back by 7:45 because you need to understand the story, or say the historical story. Only then you will know the relation between, say, India and your Central Asian region. Fine. Okay, so chalo then. Okay. Fine. So yeah, guys, let us start the session again. Fine. Okay. So now let us see the relation between India and your Central Asia. Okay. So please see here. So as I told earlier, all your Central Asian regions were a part of Austral USSR. So USSR, Austral USSR, the current Russia, Austral, which was Austral known as USSR, had all these countries together. So that was known as your USSR. In 1991, USSR got disintegrated, and again, what happened? These South Central Asian countries, they came out of USSR. And before 1947 to 1991, so Central Asian were a part of your USSR. We dealt with the Central Asian region while dealing with USSR. So we did not individual, because there is nothing like individual country as such. So this was a part of USSR. We were post 1971. We were dealing with USSR. So write down here, one line write down, post independence 1947 to 1991. 1947 to 1991, Central Asian countries were a part of USSR. Central Asian countries were a part of USSR. Were a part of USSR. Full stop. India started engaging with it. Under India started engaging with it. India started engaging with it. India started engaging with it post 1971. Post 1971, Indo-USSR, Indo-USSR Friendship Treaty. Indo-USSR Friendship Treaty. Yes, Harish, this is the first part. Yeah, Indo-USSR Friendship Treaty. So, what happened? Next line right down. By 1991, by 1991, USSR got disintegrated. By 1991, USSR got disintegrated, and the Central Asian countries and the Central Asian countries emerged from it, and the Central Asian countries emerged from it. And the Central Asian countries emerged from it. Fine. So this was the situation, and now look at India's foreign policy. So in 1991, what happened? USSR got disintegrated, and there was one unipolar world, that is US. So India had, so what did India do after 1991? It was decided that we will have foreign policy so that it will benefit us from economic perspective. So during Indira Gandhi period, the Shastri period, or say Morarji Desai period, so we wanted to have a foreign policy where we could get security benefits. Indira Gandhi engaged with USSR not for economic benefits as such, for security benefits. But however, it was during Rajiv Gandhi era, our foreign policy took the economic turn. But however, after 1991, it was completely economic terms. That is, we are engaging with any country mainly from the economic perspective. But however, here and there is defense cooperation. Defense cooperation is a complementary to economic cooperation. But currently, after 1991, our economic, that is our foreign policy, mainly focuses on the economic aspects. 1991, USSR got disintegrated, and these Central Asian countries were formed. New independent countries were formed. So since it's a new independent country, there was a lot of political instability in this region, Central Asian region. What was the options that was available for India? Because we wanted to utilize, or say capitalize, or say leverage our foreign policy in order for economic gains, we had either US or the other emerging market where Southeast Asia. So we went towards Southeast Asia. So after post 1991 also, even though this countries, that is this country got integrated independence, that is Central Asian country got independence, we did not proactively engage with it. Why we did not proactively engage with it? Those are new independent country. They were immediately they formed after the they were formed after the disintegration of USSR. New independent country, politically unstable, so we couldn't properly engage with them. So as a reason, immediately after 1991, we did not engage with these Central Asian countries. Fine. So write down here post. Next one write down, that is post Soviet disintegration. Post-Soviet disintegration, 1991, 1991 till 2000. So 1991 till 2000, 1991 till 2000. So India had, see, it's not that India cut off its relationship. India had very limited. So right on here, very limited diplomatic engagements with the Central Asian countries. That is within 1991 till 2000. So very limited diplomatic engagements, very limited diplomatic engagements with the Central Asian countries, with the Central Asian countries. Yeah, next one, right on. Negotiations were initiated. Negotiations were initiated Negotiations were initiated with the Central Asian countries, with the Central Asian countries regarding oil and natural gas. Regarding oil and natural gas. India wanted to import oil and natural gas. So negotiations were initiated. So, but we did not finalize anything as a no concrete outcome was there. But however, negotiations were initiated in this period itself. And again, so the challenge is that, so Rajnish, that is negotiations were initiated with the Central Asian countries regarding oil and natural gas trade. Regarding oil and natural gas trade. See here, the challenge is that in order to trade with the Central, look, please everyone see the map. In order to trade with the Central Asian countries, the easiest way is via Pakistan and Afghanistan. We can go to Central Asia. Pakistan is not allowing us. So what is the other alternative? Via Iran. This is Iran. So this is Iran. Via Iran, we can go to Afghanistan. From Afghanistan, we can enter into Central Asia. So, but what is happening? Iran and USA is rival. So when we, but India and USA are close allies. We are closer allies. USA and Iran are rival. So when India engages with Iran, US threatens us. US tells us not to engage with Iran. If you engage with Iran, we will cut down your ties. So that is, but US is more important than Iran for us. So that is one challenge, engaging with Iran. But however, if we diplomatically negotiate with USA saying that ठीक है यार allow कर दो, मतलब allow us to engage with Iran, even if US agrees us, we have to pass via Afghanistan. Afghanistan is politically unstable. There's a lot of security concerns in Afghanistan. So, in order to access Central Asia, a lot of challenges are that Pakistan is not allowing. If we have to, Iran is okay with us. Iran is a close friend of ours, but US is not allowing India to engage with Iran. So that is one thing. Even if US allows India to engage with Iran, which we had earlier, but Afghanistan is not stable. So since Afghanistan is not stable, we are not able to properly engage with Central Asian region. Fine. Okay. Yeah. So next one, write down. So post 2000. Post 2000. Post 2000, our foreign policy completely changed towards Central Asia. So how it changed towards Central Asia? Because after during Vajpayee's regime, we had a nuclear test, right? So we had a nuclear test. So we wanted uranium supply from we wanted uranium supply from Central Asia. Central Asia controls has a lot of uranium reserves, so we wanted uranium supply from Central Asia. And secondly, Central Asia has a lot of oil and natural gas, so we wanted that one. So because of geoeconomics perspective of Central Asia, we started engaging with Central Asia post 2000 onwards. So write down here post 2000 due to geoeconomics benefits, due to geoeconomics due to geoeconomics features of Central Asia, due to geoeconomics features of Central Asia, India started engaging. Due to geoeconomics features of Central Asia, india started engaging with Central Asia proactively. India started engaging with Central Asia proactively. India started engaging with Central Asia proactively. Fine. Now below this write down. India initiated various investments. India initiated in various investments in oil and natural gas sector, various investment in oil and natural gas sector in Central Asia, oil and natural gas sector in Central Asia. So you know this ONGC, right? ONGC is India's company, Indian government's company that deals with the exploration of oil and natural gas. So we have ONGC's subsidiary is called as OVL, ONGC Videsh Limited. We call it as the OVL. OVL is ONGC Videsh Limited, Videsh foreign ONGC Videsh Limited. So this OVL has made a lot of investment in Central Asia. OVL is an Indian government company, so it's an Indian government company. So this OVL has invested a lot of money in the Central Asia for the exploration of oil and natural gas. Oil and natural gas. Central Asia has rich in oil and natural gas. India wants oil and natural gas, so OVL has invested a lot in Central Asian region. And the second one, write down. Second, that is after geoeconomics. So second one, Central Asia is a part of Central Asia is a land bridge. Central Asia is a land bridge between between Asia and Europe. Between Asia and Europe, between Asia and Europe, that facilitates the trade between Asia and Europe, that facilitates the trade trade in the region, that facilitates the trade in the region. So again, after 2000s, we wanted to increase the trade, that is, we wanted to explore this region, that is, sell our goods and services in this region. So Central Asia is a land bridge. So again, we wanted to explore in this region, so that's the reason we started proactively engaging with Central Asia. And second one, and the third one is, that is, due to the emerging market, in Central Asia. Third one, radar. Due to the emerging market in Central Asian region, emerging market in the Central Asian region, India wanted to tap. India wanted to tap. India wanted to tap this emerging market. India wanted to tap this emerging market. India wanted to tap into this emerging market. Okay. So, post 2000, we started actively engaging with the Central Asia because one is they have oil and natural gas. It's a trade route between Asia and Europe, and thirdly, it is in itself it is an emerging market. So we started proactively engaging with your Central Asia, and what happened in 2020. In 2012, we had a dedicated Connect Central Asia policy. So in 2012, we had a dedicated Connect Central Asia policy. So write down here 2012 Connect Central Asia policy. Dedicated, it's a Connect Central Asia policy. Here write down objective. So here write down to strengthen. Below this write down aims to strengthen aim aims to strengthen ties with aims to strengthen ties with Central Asian countries. Aims to strengthen the ties with Central Asian countries. Aims to strengthen the ties with Central Asian countries. Okay. Okay. Below this write down principles. Principles. What are the principles on which it is based? First one is mutual respect and sovereignty. Mutual, mutual respect and sovereignty. Mutual respect and sovereignty. First one is mutual respect and sovereignty, and the next one is non-interference. Non-interference in internal affairs. Non-interference in internal affairs. Non-interference in internal affairs. Okay. Third one is mutual benefits. Mutual benefits. Mutual benefits. Mutual benefits. Okay. So these are the principles. I'll explain what is this. First one is mutual respect. Yeah, that the Central Asia, the Connect Central Asia policy was designed in such a way that it follows this principle: mutual respect. I am respecting you as a sovereign country. You have to respect me as a sovereign country. It doesn't matter what my economic size is, what my population size is, what my geographical size is. It doesn't matter. So you respect me, I will respect you. And the second one is the second one is not interfering in internal politics. So Central Asia, in within Central Asia, a lot of regional politics is going on, regional instability, the political instability is going on. So this Connect Central Asia policy is that no matter what, we will not intervene into your domestic politics. So that is the next thing, that is not intervening in the internal politics. Third one is mutual benefits. When we are engaging with you, when OVL, that is ONGC Videsh Limited, when it is investing in your country, it is going to have mutual benefits. It's going to benefit you, it's going to benefit us. So this Connect Central Asia policy is designed in such a way that it follows the principles in such a way that if we engage with you, that is Central Asia, you will also benefit, we'll also benefit. So these are the principles. So these are the principles of this Connect Central Asia policy. Now the areas in which it focuses are, so write down here the areas of focus. So Connect Central Asia policy, the areas in which it focuses are, first one is energy security. See, so Central Asia is important for India mainly from energy security. We want uranium from them. We want their we want their oil and natural gas. See, population wise, Central Asia is 75 million, man. That's it. Just 75 million people. So much lesser than some probably some of our Tamil Nadu has more population than Central Asia. So, from that perspective, forget about that population perspective. From market perspective, no, ठीक है, they're very small population, but we want their uranium, we want their natural gas and oils. So oil, that's what is important. So why India is engaging with Central Asia is that here. The first one write down. So energy security for areas of focus, that is energy security, energy security, energy security. To below this write down example, oil and natural gas, oil and natural gas, energy security, oil and natural gas. Next one, nuclear raw material, nuclear raw material example, uranium. They have uranium. These are the two main reasons why we want to access the Central Asian region. So below this write down. So areas of focus. Next one is economic cooperation, economic cooperation to export Indian goods, to export Indian goods, economic cooperation to export Indian goods. So what are the goods that we can leverage? Also, we can provide at a competitive price. What are the goods? Yesterday we saw, right, Southeast Asian market. So the same, what are the goods that we have competitive edge? Only that we can export. So what are the goods? In order to export pharmaceutical products, pharmaceutical products, engineering goods, pharmaceutical products, engineering goods, engineering goods, agri commodities, agriculture commodities, agriculture commodities, and chemicals. So this we wanted to export, fine. And the next one is culture. So next point is, that is culture and educational cooperation, culture and educational cooperation, culture and educational cooperation, culture and education cooperation. This was the area of focus between India and in this Connect Central Asia policy. See, so after that, after 2012, so whatever we are doing is on the basis of this Connect Central Asia policy. Even when Modi visited the Central Asian region, we are more focusing on the oil and natural gas and uranium supply. We are least bothered. See, the market is small in size. It is just 75 million people. There are 75 million people, small in size. Rather, we can either focus on say Middle East or say Southeast Asian region, where we can have a big market size. In the sense, the population are more. We can provide. We can ensure trade with these people. Now say Africa, it's the population is more, we can easily trade with Africa. But from Central Asia, we want oil, natural gas, uranium, and raw rare earth materials, so rare earth elements. So these are the factors. So from post 2012 onwards, we are dealing with the Central Asian region from based on this Connect Central Asia policy. But however, there are challenges. So what are the challenges in dealing with Central Asia? So write down here, challenges in dealing with Central Asia. First challenge, okay, what is the most important challenge? Why is accessing Central Asia is very difficult for us? Why? What is the reason? Geographical disconnect. There's no, yeah, Pakistan, okay, yeah, that's what, geographical disconnect. This Pakistan is not allowing us geographical. First challenge right on. And first one right on, geographical disconnect. So geographical 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 disconnect, geographical disconnect. Under this right on, lack of land border, Good, Someshri. Lack of land border. Lack of land border. Land border. Next one is poor connectivity. Under this, poor connectivity. Poor connectivity. Poor connectivity. Poor connectivity. As Pakistan doesn't allow the connectivity to Central Asia, as Pakistan doesn't allow the connectivity to Central Asia, as Pakistan doesn't allow the connectivity to Central Asia. Okay, so next one is security concerns. Due to security concerns, we are not able to have good relation with Central Asia. Security concerns. So write down here, security concerns. Under this, write down instability in Afghanistan. Under this, instability in Afghanistan. Instability in Afghanistan. Instability in Afghanistan. Okay, next one is write on geopolitical, geopolitical, geopolitical pressure, geopolitical pressure. So under this write down U.S. pressure, U.S. pressure on India, U.S. pressure on India while engaging with Iran, U.S. pressure on India while engaging with Iran in order to connect Central Asia, in order to connect Central Asia, in order to connect Central Asia, in order to connect Central Asia. Okay. Next one is competition, competition in Central Asia, competition in Central Asia, Central Asia by major powers from competition in Central Asia from major powers, from major powers, from major powers. Example China, example China, Russia, example China, Russia. So China and Russia are also competing to increase their influence in Central Asia. And again here, China under its Belt and Road Initiative project, it is influencing Central Asia more. So this is creating a big competition. And what is Russia doing? Russia is using its military power in order to influence in the region. So because Russia is using military power, and China is influencing the money power. So again, there's a competition to increase India's influence in this region. So these are the challenges in Central Asian region. Fine. Okay. So now let us take up West Asia. One of the friendly country. West Asia is one of the friendly regions. So quite challenging. So within Central Asia, see the difference between Central Asia and West Asia is that so within all the Central Asian countries where can be considered as one unit. So it is considered as one unit. But whereas within Central Asia, there are multiple groupings. That is, see here, this is your Iran, this is your Saudi. Iran and Saudi are a rival group. But for India, Iran is a friend, Saudi is a friend. So this is your Israel, this is your Israel, this is your Israel. So your Israel and your Iran are a rival. So yeah, Israel doesn't like Iran, Iran doesn't like Israel, Israel doesn't like Saudi, Saudi doesn't like Israel. But we are a friend with Israel, we are a friend with Iran. So in Middle East, you just need to understand there are three important players. One player is Israel, one player is Iran, one player is Saudi. So Saudi. So Iran and Saudi, they don't like each other. So why they don't like each other, we'll see to it. It is due to religious reason, Shia and Sunni conflict. So due to Shia and Sunni conflict, Iran and Israel, they don't like each other. So but this Muslim world is combining both Iran, Israel, the Arab world. The Muslim world, they don't like Israel. So there is a conflict between Muslim world and Israel. Within Muslim world, there's a conflict between Iran and Israel. But for India, Iran is a good friend, Saudi is very good friend, Israel is a good friend. So West Asia is quite challenging for India, because we have to maintain good relation with Iran. If we have to maintain good relation with Iran, it is going to irk Saudi, because Saudi Arabia and Iran are rival groups. So if we are engaging with Iran, it is going to affect Saudi Arabia, India Saudi Arabia's relationship. If we are engaging with Saudi, India Iran relation will get affected. Now, this is Muslim world. So the Islamic world. So this Islamic world doesn't like Israel. So why it doesn't like, we'll see to it when I take up the first topic, that is Israel Palestine. We'll see to it why Islamic world doesn't like Israel. So when we engage with Israel, the Islamic world get affected. Islamic world in the sense, all the Arab countries, say Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi, UAE, Iran. So all these countries, Iraq and all, they are small players. Now they are weak player. Forget about Iraq. But however, when we engage with Israel, your Muslim world gets affected. So when we engage with Saudi, it is going to affect Israel. So it is a challenge. So for India, the challenge is that we need to balance in this trilateral competition. So on one side we have Iran, on the other side we have Saudi, on the other side we have Israel. Okay, so Iran and Israel, they are in conflict with each other. This Iran and Saudi, they are in conflict with this Israel. Fine. So this is how you need to understand. Got it. Okay, so this is your brief understanding about West Asia. And again, here, if you have to see West Asia is important for us from few reasons. One is West Asia has rich oil and natural gases, and India doesn't have adequate oil and natural gas. India is emerging country, so India requires their oil and natural gas. That is first reason. And second reason why we want is that these guys, that is the Arab world, they have a lot of money with them. That is because their entire economy is run through oil. By exporting oil, they have a lot of foreign reserves with them, huge foreign reserves, which they don't know where to use it. And India doesn't have money, so India doesn't have capital investment. So India doesn't have adequate, but that's a government of India doesn't have adequate money for capital investment, say in terms of construction of roadways, dams, etc. We do not have adequate money, so we require money from them. But with Central Asia, or say with Southeast Asia, because Southeast Asian countries or say Central Asian countries, they don't have adequate money with them. Matlab, the foreign reserves are not there. Adequate foreign reserves are not there, so that they can give huge investment to India. So that is not possible. But whereas with with Middle East, with the Arab world, mainly forget about Iran. Iran is also not doesn't have adequate money as such. But the Arab world, so the Saudis, the Qatars, or say the Kuwait, or say the UAEs, etc. So these guys have a lot of money with them, a lot of dollars with them. How did they get so much dollars? By selling oil and natural gas, they got so many dollars with them. So we want their dollars, that is, we want them to invest in India. And secondly, we want their natural oil and natural gas. That is the main reason. And it is not that the market is big over there. So the market is good only for the luxury products. We cannot sell our textiles, normal products like bamboo basket, basmati rice. These are like very no, this Arab world is a luxury market. So for Arab world, we sell only luxury goods, that is jewelries are the important things that we are selling to Arab world. From Arab world, we want money. We want, that is a they have a lot of foreign reserves. We want their investment in India. We want their oil and natural gas in India. So that is one interest that we have in Arab world. With Israel, We want defense technology from Israel. Israel has good defense technology. We want good defense technology from Israel. It's not that now, earlier we were depending on Russia for Russia has way better defense technologies. Say, if you consider with respect to Israel, Russia has pioneered in defense technologies. But however, we want to reduce our dependency on Russia. So tomorrow, what if Russia doesn't provide us weapons? So we want to diversify our defense imports. So we are moving towards Israel, and Israel is giving defense equipment with a high technology, and not at a cheaper price. In fact, Russian weapons are much more cheaper, but still we are going to Israel because we want to reduce our dependency on Russia. That is one factor. With Israel, we are more interested from defense perspective. Fine. Look at, if you understand these three countries, your entire West Asia is done. This is Iran, this is Saudi, this is Israel. Yeah. With Saudi and their allies, that is Saudi and Saudi, Bahrain, your UAE, Kuwait, etc. So Qatar. So these countries, we are more interested with oil and natural gas, with their money, with their forex resource. With Israel, we want their technologies, defense technologies, mainly defense technologies, and that's it. That's the main reason. And with Iran, we want Iran's for support, because in order to access to Central Asia, this is your Central Asia. Sorry, this is your Central Asia. In order to access to Central Asia, we want Iran support, and Iran has a lot of oil with them. So oil and Central Asia access, we want Iran. So this this is the dynamics that we have to handle in West Asia region. Fine. Got it? Any doubt over here? Now write down the main issue in this West Asia region is Israel Palestine. So if you understand Israel Palestine, please see here what was happening. If you so this Muslim world has uh, yeah, this Muslim world, that is this Arab world, doesn't like Israel. So why it doesn't like Israel? That is the main. See, there are two main conflicts that is going on: Iran versus Saudi, that Muslim world, that is Arab world, versus Israel. So first let us understand why this Arab world has a conflict with Israel. For that, you need to understand Israel Palestine issue. So write down here Israel Palestine issue. Israel Palestine issue. Israel Palestine issue. Okay, so we will not. Okay, yeah, so there are a few points that you have to understand. Israel Palestine issue is there's a lot of Western world influence, in this region. So Israel Palestine region. So I'll give a brief history about this. So what happened? Say 700 BCE. So BC, we are talking about BC, 700 BCE. So broad timeline you understand. 700 BCE, there was an Israel kingdom. Headed by a Jew king. Israel kingdom headed by a Jew king. So king was Jew. Fine. So Jew king was there in this region itself. We are talking about this region. Please focus here. This region. We are talking about this region. In this region, in this Jerusalem. So to be more specific, in the Jerusalem region, 700 BCE. That is say somewhere around 21. Yeah, almost say 2800 years ago. So yeah, you can consider say 2700 years ago, some 2700 years ago. So now we are in 2021, right? Some 2700 years ago, there was a Jew king in this Jerusalem. So then what happened? So there was a sequence of wars. This Jew king was replaced by Roman Empire. Roman Empire was emerging. Roman Empire was ruling this region, that is Jerusalem region. After Roman Empire, what happened? Arab world, that is Arab empires. The Arab empires started ruling in the same Jerusalem. After Arab empires, we had this Ottoman Empire. So Ottoman Empire, Arab Empire, more or less a similar thing. But after the Arab empires, within Arab world, there are multiple small empires. They were ruling this Jerusalem. So after Arab, we had Ottoman Empire. We had Ottoman Empire. So Ottoman Empire was there till First World War. So almost say 200 to 250 years, this Ottoman Empire ruled. So after First World War, so Ottoman Empire was dislodged. You would have seen, right, in while reading modern history, the Khilafat movement. The Khilafat movement was against the British because the British defeated Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire was ruling this Jerusalem. So earlier, 2700 years ago, there was a Jew kingdom in Jerusalem. After that, there's no Jew kingdom in Jerusalem. No influence of Jew. So when there's an atrocity on Jew, so how did Jews enter into Europe? So when there's a territory, that when Roman Empire conquered Jerusalem, these Jews went to Europe. So when the Arab world and Ottoman Empire came into Jerusalem, due to atrocities, all the Jews went to Europe and they settled across the world, not just in Europe, across the world. So Ottoman Empire was there till 20, that is your First World War. That till 20th century they were there, beginning part of 20th century till First World War. After First World War, when Ottoman Empire was defeated, in this First World War, the Jews had a good contact with the British Kingdom. Jews had good contact with British Kingdom. Then it was decided that in 1917, so there was a alliance, there was a agreement between the Jew community and British. This agreement was known as Balfour Community. So Balfour Agreement. So in this Balfour Agreement, what happened was that this agreement was between your Jews and British. So they told that Jews would be supporting British in this world war, but however, you have to ensure that you create a separate country in this for Jews. So are you getting this? Are you getting this timeline? So Ottoman Empire got defeated in in World War One, 1917. So now 1915 to 1919, the World War One that took place in until 1919. So this World War One, Ottoman Empire got defeated. In during this World War, the Jew community contacted the British Empire and told that, boss, we will support you. We will support you in defeating this Ottoman Empire. But however, you have to ensure that you create a small kingdom, a small region in this Jerusalem region, and give us that region as our country. So that agreement is known as Balfour Agreement. So this Balfour Agreement was signed in 1917. So then what happened? So there was a lot of then British took over. This region was controlled by Ottoman Empire. British took over this region. So after British took over this region, British started supporting the Jews community to enter into this region. So if you see here, yeah, so look at this image. Look at this image. So it was only in few pockets, very few small pockets, British asked the Jew community to settle down. So after 1917, Balfour Agreement, British asked Jew community to settle down in these in the few pockets in this Palestine region. So then what happened in 1947? United Nation in 1947, United Nation, because United Nation was kind of pro-West. So what United Nation decided was that, ठीक है, since the Jew community has signed an agreement with the British, and British has to respect this Balfour Agreement, ठीक है, we will create one separate country called as Israel. So this Israel community was formed in 1947, and in 1948, so UN partitioned the region, that is partitioned this Palestinian region. And in 1948, if you see, so look at this in this yeah consider this map with this map. So in 1947, Jews declared themselves as an independent country, that is the Israel declared themselves as an independent country. And again, it was divided into two. The Palestine was divided into two. The state of Palestine was divided into two. This is Gaza Strip, this is West Bank. This is West Bank, and this is Gaza Strip.
So this is the evolution of Israel and Palestine. So again, now why does the Arab world hate or say doesn't like Israel? What's the reason? Why do you think? Why do you think the Arab world doesn't like? Yeah, why does the Arab world doesn't like Israel? So did you understand the story? So Jews were there in this Palestine region 2700 years ago. So since before to after 2700, that is after 700 BCE, Jews did not rule in this region at all. So Jews did not rule in this region, Palestine region. Jews were replaced by Romans. Romans were replaced by Arabs. Arabs were replaced by Ottoman. Ottoman were replaced by British. So now Ottoman defeated British. So when did Ottoman got defeated by British? First World War. In First World War, British defeated the Ottoman Empire. So then what happened? British signed an agreement with the Jew community that is known as your Balfour Agreement. So in this Balfour Agreement, it was said that British will help in establishing an independent country in the Palestine region for Jews. So as per Balfour Agreement in 1946, in 1947, as UN with the support of UN, a separate plan was created and part of Palestine was partitioned into Israel and Palestine. So again, this was the issue. So why do this Arab world doesn't like Israel? The reason why the Arab world doesn't like Israel is that this Palestine region belonged to Muslim dominant community, Islam dominated community. When was Jew residing in this region? 2700 years ago, 2700 years ago, these Jews were residing there. So then what happened? So now through the external force, the local Palestinians, they did not support this. Without the consent of the local Palestine people, United Nations, that the Western world, divided one country and created Palestine, created Israel. So the Palestine is an Islamic dominated country. So without the support of the local people, Palestine, that is Israel, was created. So this created an issue between the Arab world and Israel. So this is the reason. And the second reason is that if you see here, compare this map with this map. Compare this map with this map. So this was the original map. That is, the green one is Palestine. The saffron one is Israel. So what happened? So once Israel was given, Israel started acquiring a lot of territory, Palestine territory. Now only this part is remaining. Only this part is remaining. Remaining everything has been acquired by Israel. So this is the issue, Israel-Palestine issue. Okay, so write down here. So Israel-Palestine issue. Only timeline so that you can understand the reason. So write down here. So Israel-Palestine issue. First one. All the timelines are approx so that you need not memorize the timeline. So again here. So around 700 BCE, around 700 BCE, around 700 BCE, a kingdom of Israel Kingdom of Israel. Around 700 BC, Kingdom of Israel was ruling Jerusalem. Was ruling Jerusalem region. Was ruling Jerusalem region. Next line, right on. Later, it got replaced by. Later, it got replaced by Roman Empire. Later, it got replaced by Roman Empire. So here, just write one arrow mark. Roman Empire. Roman Empire. Roman Empire was given by Arab kings, Arab empires, Arab Empire. Arab Empire was again replaced by Ottoman Empire, Ottoman Empire, Ottoman Empire by British, British in World War One. So write down this one timeline. So this is the timeline. Jerusalem king 700 BCE. That was replaced by Roman. Roman was replaced by Arab Empire. Arab Empire by Ottoman Empire, and again Ottoman Empire by this British Empire. That is British in World War One. Fine. So here write down next one. Understood this timeline? So British, that is the actual Jews, were residing in this place 2700 years ago. Approximately 2700 years ago, these Jews have been residing. From 2700 till the present times, this entire region is dominated by the Arab Empire or say Ottoman Empire, and mainly the Islamic community. Fine. So again here write down write down here. So next one, 1917 Balfour Agreement. 1917 Balfour, Balfour Declaration. Balfour Declaration. 1917 Balfour Declaration. 1917 Balfour Declaration. So next to it write down Balfour Declaration. Write down the accepted to create the British government accepted, audible. British government accepted to create a national home. British government accepted to create a national home for Jewish people, for Jewish people near near Jerusalem region, near Jerusalem region, near Jerusalem region, near Jerusalem region. Okay, near Jerusalem region. So next one, write down below this. Write down Jerusalem region. In 1947, in 1947, 1947 UN partition plan, UN partition plan, UN United Nations partition plan, UN partition plan created 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 Israel created Israel created Israel in the Palestine region, in the Palestine created Israel in Palestine in Palestine region, in Palestine region, which was rejected by, in Palestine region, which was rejected by the Arab worlds, which was rejected by the Arab world, which was rejected by the Arab states or Arab world, which was rejected by the Arab world. In 1948, in 1948, 1948, Israel declared Israel declared as an independent state, independent state, as an independent state. Okay. So right now, since 1948 till present time, till present, since 1948 till present, there has been since 1948 till present time. Yes, Kartika and others. Jerusalem is within the Palestine. Jerusalem is a state within Palestine region. It's something like that. Bangalore within Karnataka. So something. Delhi within Indian region. So something like that. Yeah. Since 1948 till present time, the issue between Israel and Palestine, the issue between Israel and Palestine is ongoing. The issue between Israel and Palestine is ongoing with multiple civil wars, with multiple civil wars, with multiple civil wars, with multiple civil wars. So next one, write down below this, write down the Arab world, the Arab world directly supports the Arab world directly supports Palestine. Arab world directly supports the Palestinian government. Arab world directly supports the Palestinian government and indirectly supports the militant group and indirectly supports the militant group against Israel, militant groups against Israel, against Israel in the Palestine region, in the Palestine region. Fine. Okay. Since this is the story of India, Israel-Palestine issues. So your Arab world, they feel that your Western world is encroaching into this Arab world. That is, Palestine was the Arab world. It was an Islamic region. So Western world, all of a sudden, with the support of UN, they created a new region and saying that this will be the Jew world, because the Western world, the Arab world is telling, boss, the last time the Jews were here 2700 years ago. So it is the Muslims, or it is the Islamic community, that they have been residing in this place since last 2700 year. So since last 2700 year, it was Romans, it was Arab, it was Ottomans who were residing in Palestine, Jerusalem region. So now you cannot bring back the 2000 year or 2700 year old empire again. Even if you bring back, take the consent of the local Palestinian people. So United Nations did not take the support consent of the local Palestinian people. All of a sudden they created this Palestine, and if they created, that is fine. But this Israel, what Israel is doing, Israel is encroaching into Palestine region. So already, if you see this map over here, you'll get to know. So 1946, look at the area of area where Jews were residing. 1947, 1967, and this is the present times. So the again here, do not have any political alignment over here. Understand the facts. So here, whom was India supporting? So India was vocally supporting Palestine. Even today, whatever the social media might say, or whatever the official stance of India is, that India hasn't supported Israel in this Palestine issue ever. Even the current Modi government hasn't supported Israel in the Israel in this region, in this reason. So in this issue, either we have abstained from it, taking any stance, or earlier government was completely pro-Palestine. So even the current Modi government is also pro-Palestine only, in the sense, we even in the current, say, the Gaza, the recent attack is going on, right, against Palestine. So here, even there also, we haven't supported Israel. So we have supported Palestine, and we have told that the war needs to stop. So here, what is the solution that is available? There's something called as a two-state solutions. So below this, write down solutions, solutions, solution. India supports two-state solution, two-state model. India supports two-state model, two-state model. So what is this two-state model? Israel should have its own government, Palestine should have its own government. Both should not engage with each other. So that is the two-state model. Fine. So this is the Israel-Palestine issue. So because of this, the Arab world is supporting the Palestine, and yeah. So Arab world is supporting Palestine, and the Western world is supporting Israel. So this is the yeah, this is the situation right now there. Fine. Yeah, so this is the two-state solution. That is, Jewish states with capital Jerusalem, and Palestine. So Palestine with East Jerusalem as the capital. That is, this is the solution that India provides. Gaza Strip belongs to Palestine. Gaza Strip belongs to Palestine. Okay, so right on here. Next one, next issue is that Iran Saudi issue. Quick. So it's simple. The Iran Saudi issue is very simple. It's on the basis of religion, on the basis of Islam, on the basis of Islam. Okay, yeah. So Islam. So there are two sects, two groups in Islam. One is Sunni Islam, one is Sunni Islam, and the other one is Shia. Shia. Okay, Shia Islam. So there are two sects. Okay, right on here. If you understand Israel-Palestine issue, understand Iran-Saudi issue, your West Asia is done. So then we'll see the importance of West Asia. Okay, first write on Sunni Shia issue. So Sunni Shia. So Islam will not go into the religious text as such. So, but however, it is regarding Prophet Muhammad. So, who is the hereditary of Prophet Muhammad? So, regarding this, will not go into the religious aspects of this. But however, Islam within Islam community, there are two broad communities. One is Sunni, one is Shia. These are two broad communities. And if you see here, this Shia, that is Shia communities, are Iran is dominated by Shia community. Iran is dominated by Shia community, and Saudi is dominated by Sunni community. This is Saudi Arabia. Again, the question here is that who is the who has the original authority over Islam? This is the issue over here. Whether Sunnis or Shias, whether Sunnis have the proper authority over Islam community, or Shias have the proper authority over Islam community. That is the issue over here. So in Arab world, that is in Saudi Arabia and this Arab world, this region, the Saudi Arabia region, the Arab world, say UAE, Oman, Bahrain, Qatar, okay, these regions are dominated by Sunni community. So this Sunni community tells us this Islamic community is under Sunnis control. Whereas the Shias tell that Iran, Iraq, they tell that, boss, you are very new. The Arab community is very new. Iran is a civilizational empire. When did Iran this region come into place? When were people living in this Iran? From in Iran, people were living since say 4,000 5,000 years. You would have seen about Mesopotamian empire, right? So Harappan civilization. During Harappan civilization, people were in Iran. So this Iran tells that we are a civilization empire, a civilization kingdom. So we know that we know a civilization country. We know that we are the sole authority of Islam. So Iran tells that Shia communities are the sole authority over Islam. Saudi tells that it is the Sunni communities, they have the sole authority over Islam. So this is the issue that is going on between Iran and Saudi. So right on here, yeah. So right on here, Iran versus Saudi. So the tension is rooted due to the tension is rooted the tension is due to the tension is rooted due to, or so the tension is due to religious differences, religious differences, religious differences. The tension is due to religious differences. So write on this, you'll get a better idea. So Islam, Sunni, Shia. This is Iran, this is Saudi. Saudi has Sunni community, Iran has Shia community. So draw this quick. Okay, done. Okay, this is the first point. Second is geopolitical competition. Draw this. Okay, fine. Second is geopolitical competition. Geopolitical, geopolitical, geopolitical competition. Competition, geopolitical competition. So again here, geopolitical competition. Both Iran and Saudi Arabia, both Iran and Saudi are in a competition, are in a competition to increase their influence, are in a competition to increase their influence, to increase their influence in the Middle East region, to increase their influence in the Middle East region. See, increase their influence in the Middle East region. So it tells that Saudi tells that we are a Sunni dominated country. We are a Sunni dominated country. We will control this. No, we will control this Middle East. Iran tells that we are a Shia dominated country. We will control this region. So in order to increase their control, they use various instruments, that is oil. So next one, try down. Third point is competition in oil producing, competition in oil producing, competition in oil producing and controlling the global competition in oil producing, crude oil competition in crude oil producing and controlling the global oil market, and controlling the global oil market. Okay, so again, these are the three broad issues that are there. One is within religion there are conflicts. Yeah, Iran tells that is Shia is dominant. Saudi tells no, Sunni is dominant. So next one, geopolitical competition. So within Middle East, Iran tells we are a dominant player. So here in Middle East, Saudi tells no, we are a dominant player. And at the global level, Iran wants to control the oil market. At the global level, Saudi wants to control the oil market. So again here, India supports both. India wants Saudi, India wants Iran. But however, below this, within a box right down, US is supporting Saudi. US is supporting Saudi. Within bracket, you should know that US is supporting Saudi Arabia over here. Okay, so that's the reason. That's one of the reason why US is against Iran. So when we take up US, we'll see in detail. But why US is against Iran? Because USA and Saudi are a close ally. So Saudi tells USA to harm Iran. So to economically harm Iran. So yeah, so this is the reason why. This is one of the reason why USA is harming Iran through economic sanctions. Fine, because USA and Saudi are close partners. Got it? Okay, fine. Okay, so this is the Middle East region. Now we'll see the economic significance or general characteristics. So right down here, general characteristics of Middle East. General characteristics of Middle East or say West Asia. General characteristics of West Asia. General characteristics of West Asia. Okay, so general characteristics of West Asia. So see here, first one, right on geo-economic significance. Geo-economics significance. Geo-economics significance. West Asia, geo-economic significance. First one, write down. It has, first one, write down. It has two-third of world's oil reserve. Two-third of world's oil, third of world's oil reserve. Oil reserve. Second one is one third of world's natural gas reserve. Two third of one oil reserves, one third of world's natural gas reserve, one third of world's natural gas reserves. Third point is controls important controls important important SLOC. What is SLOC? Sea lines of communication. Controls important SLOC. Please see here, guys. This one. So here, this one is Suez Canal. Suez Canal. So why Suez Canal is important? It is the shortest path between your Indian Ocean and Atlantic Ocean. Suez Canal is the shortest path. If we have to go from India to Atlantic via Suez Canal, it is very short. Or we have to go all the way from, yeah. So yeah, yeah. And this is India. So this is your Suez Canal. So here you have Suez Canal. Yeah, here you have Suez Canal. So say this is your Japan, etc. So this is this side we have, yeah, this is your, yeah, this is your USA, this is USA. So this is your Atlantic. Okay, from India, if you have to go to Atlantic, the easiest way is via Suez Canal. You can go to Atlantic, or this is the furthest way. Say from Japan, South Korea, or say from China. If you have to go to Atlantic Ocean, or say if you have to trade with Europe, so this is the long path. The shortest path is via Suez Canal. From China, the trade can occur through Suez Canal. So this is the shortest path. So the Suez Canal, and this we call it a Strait of Hormuz. So again here, this is Strait of Hormuz. This is Suez Canal. So Strait of Hormuz and Strait of Suez Canal is in Middle East. So this is the most important SLOC in the world. No, even Panama Canal is not as important. Nowadays, in the recent times, even the importance of Panama Canal also has come down. But how, no, come down in the sense, not like Strait of Malacca. Compared to Suez Canal, Panama Canal is not very important. Suez Canal is the most important SLOC across the world. So the Suez Canal and the Strait of Hormuz is controlled by West Asia. So that is the geoeconomics. Okay, so right on here, controls important SLOC, controls important SLOC. Example Suez Canal, example Suez Canal, example Suez Canal, Suez Canal, and Strait of Hormuz, and Strait of Hormuz, Strait of Hormuz, Suez Canal and Strait of Hormuz. Full form of SLOC, Sea Lines of Communication, SLOC, Sea Lines of Communication. This is the path where majority of the trade takes place, where majority of the vessel moves. This is the path. Fine. Okay, this is geoeconomics, and the next geoeconomic significance is that it is a right on largest economy. It is one of the largest economy, one of the largest economies. Matlab, ultra rich, super rich people are there. So largest economy, they have like immense disposable income. Luxury goods can be easily sold over there. So and this is the Middle East. So right on here, home to one of the largest economies, largest home to largest economies, home to largest economies with very high, with very high disposable incomes, with very high disposable incomes, with very high disposable incomes, with very high disposable income, be it say Arab world, even Israel. So very high disposable incomes, disposable incomes. Yeah. Next one is growing technological sectors, growing technological sectors, growing technological sectors, technological sectors, growing technological sectors. Example, example, Israel. Example, Israel. Example, Israel. Okay. And the most important, and the last one is the most important one. So that is your huge forex reserves, huge forex foreign reserves, huge forex reserves, huge forex, huge foreign reserves or huge forex, which can help in investments, huge forex or say huge foreign reserves which can help in investments, say be it Saudi, Qatar, UAE, Bahrain, they have got huge forex reserves with them. In essence, they have got huge dollars with them, so they can easily invest in India. So yeah, so these are the geo-economic significance of West Asia. Fine. So now let us see geosecurity. Geosecurity significance. We'll finish off this geosecurity significance. So write down here geosecurity significance. First one is first one plays very important plays crucial role in providing security plays crucial role in providing security against the piracy against the piracy against the piracy against the piracy in or say against the piracy near or say in Gulf Gulf of Aden and Red Sea. See here, this is Gulf of Aden and this is your Red Sea. So in Gulf of Aden and Red Sea, it is infamous for piracy. The Somalian pirates, they are infamous for piracy. So in order to control piracy in Gulf of Aden and Red Sea, your Saudi Arabia or say your Middle East plays a crucial role. It plays a crucial role. So next one, right on. Yeah, Ashweta will take another 5 more minutes extra. I'll say two, 3 more. We'll wind up this. Okay. Next one, right on. Plays important role in controlling. Plays important role in controlling Israel Palestine conflicts. Plays important role in controlling Israel Palestine conflicts. Israel Palestine conflicts. Iran Saudi conflicts. Iran Saudi conflicts. Iran Saudi conflicts. Okay, so these are the geosecurity significance in West Asia. So now let us see what is the relation between India and West Asia. So write down here India West Asia relationship. India West Asia relationship. India West Asia relationship. India West Asia relationship. So write down here India look west policy. India's look west policy. So tomorrow we'll take up this India's look west policy. India's look west policy. Fine. Okay. So tomorrow we'll take up this. Got it? Yeah. Okay. So chala then guys. Yeah. So thank you. If there's any doubt, let me know. Any doubts? Yeah, this technical doubts regarding if you switch the batch from one to the second one, say from batch 7 to batch 1, will you lose the Access, I don't know. matlab, I don't know, man. To be frank, I don't know. यार. Anything regarding academics, please ask me. Apart from that, I don't know. यार. Okay. Okay. So yeah, no. Saudi and Israel, Saudi and USA, they are a close ally. See, it's something like this. US has close ally with Israel, and US has close ally with Saudi. So these two people, they don't like each other. So Saudi doesn't like Israel, Israel doesn't like Saudi. So here, Saudi, US is a very big entity. In the sense, US is very much very powerful entity. So US can have good relation with Saudi, US can have good relation with Israel. So it's something like this. So if in the local terms, if you have to say, if there's one rich person, say ultra rich person in a region, like super rich person in a region, this super rich person in a region can have contact with one person and can have contact with another person also. Even if they are rivals, they will have contact with each other. So it's something like this. Rich in a sense, powerful person. It's something like this is your parent. Your parent will have good relation with you, and your parent will have good relation with your sibling. But you and your sibling might have some fights, but your parents, since they are super powerful compared to you guys, matlab, at the younger age, at when you're very small, when you and your siblings were fighting, so your parent was controlling both. So it's something like this. US is like super powerful. US economy is like $25 trillion, and more than around $25 trillion. So, and they're superpower in terms of military, in terms of economy. So they can engage with these two small entities. See, in front of US, Israel and Saudi are small entities, so they are engaging. So sometimes US also tries to mediate between Israel and Saudi, but since Saudi has this religious influence, they are not okay with Israel being in Palestine territory. So that is the issue. Okay. So okay, fine. So if there's any other doubt, any doubts regarding that, regarding any of today's topics, so kindly mail it. So we'll discuss in the mail. Fine. So chalo then. So thank you guys. Thank you.